All right. Hi, I'm Nancy. I've been growing food and educating people on the importance of nourishing our bodies with local, seasonal, fresh whole foods for the last decade.
It's this one.
Okay.
And I think it's on. Should be good.
It's not just what we eat, but what our food eats. We import approximately 95% of our food here on Vancouver Island, which means we have about 3 to 5 days worth of food in a supply chain disruption. We can do way better than that. To do so, we have to support our island farmers. I was contacted about speaking tonight, and I put out word to my farm network for input on their current issues. I've got a bit of a list here. I'll try to get through it as quickly as I can to give both David and Wayne time to speak as well. Thank you to you both for being here and sharing your experience and knowledge. David is going to speak about his experiences farming within the city of Nanaimo, and Wayne, a self-sufficient farmer of 20 years, will speak on food security. Okay, the list. Some of the issues are not new. Work-life balance is something farmers have always struggled with. Some of the issues are not directly regulated by the city of Nanaimo. Some are in the RDN and surrounding areas. But that is actually one of the biggest issues: the bureaucracy, the red tape, the passing of the buck, municipal, provincial, federal. Farmers already wear a lot of hats and are very short on time. The extra hours of paperwork and hoops to jump through are hours they are not outside growing your food. A few very current issues to watch are the BC Tree Fruit Growers Co-op closing. Growers suddenly had nowhere to market and sell. So please buy some local apples. The ongoing rooster wars on Salt Spring Island. It is moving slowly through the court system with potentially huge impact on small farms and food security. No roosters, no chicks. And the sale of land within farm area within the city of Nanaimo for a numbered company offshore data center with very limited public input. What will the repercussions of that be? We don't know yet. I mentioned work-life balance. This can include burnout, depression, and the physical toll on the farmer's body. The average age of the Canadian farmer is 56 years old. There is often a lack of interest from family to continue, as well as a shortage of skilled staff and labor help. Farmers often work another job off the farm to continue to be able to afford to farm. Food and farmers are not always respected and valued over convenience and cheap prices of the heavily subsidized food industry. Reminds me of an old joke. What did the farmer do when he won the lottery? Kept farming until the money ran out. Thanks, honey. Also, the price and availability of land to farm, the cost of feed, fuel, and hay. The quality and availability of hay itself is a huge issue here on the island. Limited access to quality compost, a lack of veterinary services and lack of access to certain medications add to animal husbandry stresses. Neighbor-driven complaints leading to the SPCA arriving and overseeing, often without appropriate farm knowledge or experience. Well registrations, water restrictions, bylaws regarding noise complaints, property line setbacks, farm structures and buildings, premise ID, draconian farm store, farm stand rules and limits, ALR rules around secondary housing and limiting other income streams to offset the cost of farming. I mean, listen to this language. Farmers are out there 24/7, 365, and they're struggling to continue to afford to farm. Different rules for city, RDN, ALR, hobby farms, back to those hoops, right? Weather concerns, highest income tax in the G7, wait times and lack of processing and butchering facilities, increasing cost to the farmer and stress to the animal. Thank you, David. and one close to my heart, having beautiful tested dairy animals, spending years working on the genetics, and not being able to sell, share, or even transport the fresh milk off the farm. And yes, I'm purposely using the word fresh. Raw is a fear word. It's not raw, it's milk in its natural state. Let's take our language back. So why should these things matter to you? Lack of support for our farmers equals lack of food for your community. We have an awesome group of local farmers in this area. So what can you do? Shop at the farmers markets. One just finished before the meeting tonight. A new one just opened up Friday nights on Jingapot Road. Shop at the farm stands and straight from the farm. Buy the mixed boxes of seasonal items. Develop a relationship with a farmer. Learn the difference between the buzzwords at the grocery store and what food from happy animals actually looks like. And I challenge you, if you aren't already, grow something. Grow something that you like to eat, even if it's only one pot on your deck. That's a great start. Talk to your neighbors. Maybe you have too many zucchini and your neighbor has too many tomatoes. Trade, barter, learn to preserve, build community. Let's take our food system back. Thank you for your time.